Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say before starting this thing out, right? Let's go with a full-on disclaimer. These are my opinions, my experiences, things I've seen, not like, oh, well, X, Y, and Z can do this X, Y, and Z tech. So this killer's obviously like in an upper echelon of like tier. You know what I mean? I don't care about that. Um, we're just going purely off of my own opinions, things I've seen, 8 years worth of knowledge, and what that gives. All right. Starting from the top. Now, some of these are going to be like fairly easy, especially since everyone already knows. You know what I mean? Like Blight. Starting off easy with Blight, everyone knows S tier killer. One of the strongest killers in Dead by Daylight, has the ability to maneuver around the entire map very quickly. Maybe not as quick as someone like Bubba, or maybe not Bubba. Did I say Bubba? What the fuck? Hillbilly, bro. Maybe on par with Hillbilly, actually. Like, it's not going to go, like, as smooth, right? But he can run, like, extra duration on his bumps and things like that and do crazy sick plays. Now, I believe... Now, here are the killers I'm going to categorize as S tier. I categorize killers in my mind as S tier when they can easily 4K without the ability or without having full meta perks, right? These are killers that can 4K while running like meme builds, no perk, like perkless, adapt. Like they could literally do it all just with add-ons. That's what I consider an S tier killer in Dead by Daylight. If you cannot do that easily and consistently, you're not an S tier killer, bro. Like I don't care. I don't care. So Blight, easy S tier. Unknown. Unknown is a little bit of a toughie, right? Because I have seen some crazy fucking unknown players, and I've played against some crazy unknown players. But then I've also played against a lot of terrible unknown players. The thing that I've noticed, right, when playing against like unknown players, there's either the unknown players that rely specifically on their teleports and their hallucinations and know how to place their hallucinations perfectly and know when to use them. And very rarely, or not, let's not say very rarely, but utilize their spitting power not that much, right? They prioritize the hallucinations, prioritize the teleportations. And then there's like the other side where they prioritize the spitting instead of the teleporting. And I feel like the players that play this at like a higher tier prioritize the teleportation and like that mobility, if you will, to like be in multiple places at once, rather than like spitting to try and get like a damage state. Like they only use it when they know they like have a shot off or something. So it's like, oh man. Unknown. Oh man. Okay. I want to say B tier. I think Unknown is B tier. This could be an easy A. Don't get me wrong. If I had like a B plus category right here, I would easily put Unknown in like B plus, because I don't think he's like low B tier. I think he's like high B tier, like borderline A. For people that actually know how to play this killer and utilize this killer's like add-ons and playstyle, easy fucking A, super strong. But I just feel like majority of the ones I play against utilize their power or like try spitting so much that it just makes them lose the match. Everyone knows the spitting is just, it's so easy to dodge, bro. But when they have like a teleport, or like when you're trying to loop Shack and they put a teleport perfectly placed on the window instead of just trying to shoot you and make you just run around the loop instead of trying to just keep constantly spitting through a window, it's, bro, like what can you do? Like you just get shit on. It literally counteracts the full loop. And it's just like different like levels of players, you know what I mean? And it's very hard to judge. But personally, in my experience, I'm going to say B tier because majority of mine like to spit. Sounds kind of weird, but is what it is. All right. Coming in third, Demogorgon. I'm not going to lie, bro. And this might be like a crazy take, but I think Demo is also B tier. Now, look. I know, and I've seen a lot of tier lists put this guy at C and D tier. But if I'm being honest, Demo's kind of fucking nuts, man. He kind of is. Like the ability to just shred every single pallet, like almost like instantly. And people fall for the shred bait so much, dude. And even if they don't, it's like the hitbox of the shred just feels so wide. And if you're like in like the upper echelon of players and know the text and know how to like what is it, hug tech with Demo, and able to fucking like, I don't know, bounce around stuff as Demo, like monster kill, bro. Dude, it's like unloopable. Like what can you do? This killer is able to close the gap of like, let's say like an 8 to 10 meter range in the blink of an eye and hit you. And if you drop the pallet, shreds the pallet almost instantly, basically draining your resources as if you're playing against a Bubba. It's insane, man. And he also has the ability to teleport across the map, back and forth, and place multiple of these teleports. And then like people walking by the teleports release Killer Instinct, which is almost like having like a makeshift like undying wherever you want. It's kind of nuts. I don't know. I think people highly sleep on Demo, and I think, I don't know, but for the majority of part, maybe I'm just bad at like outplaying him, but I really do feel like he's B tier. Pyramid Head. This is crazy, right? But oh man, dude. Ah, dude. Okay. Hear me out. I'm borderline C and D with Pyramid Head. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Okay, first of all, you have to find one of these killers, bro. Like, it might as well be like a fucking PSA grade 10 Pokemon limited edition card, right? Super rare to find. No one plays this killer anymore. This guy is borderline extinct. Like, I don't know. We need to get this guy like procreating or some shit. Anyways, if you find one, the odds of you going against a good one is so low, man. I feel like everyone I play against just tries to spam power over and over and over. And I mean, like, that's really all you can do with this guy. He's great if you have like aura kind of builds and like you can shoot through walls and get people like caught off guard. But I just feel like so much people know the sound cue of like, dude, he has like the loudest sound cue for power usage. Like, what is that, man? Bro, like, I'm in a match. This guy uses power on the other side of the wall. I know to just dodge or like W key away from the loop. Bro, but like people in like, I don't know, 2 future matches can hear this guy using his power. It's so easy to dodge, making his power almost like borderline useless a lot of times, I feel like. And I can't be like the only one who thinks that. S tier? You think Pyramid Head is S tier? Nah. Nah, you're trolling, surely. Dorito Head is amazing? See, yes. I play Dorito Head a lot and I'm cracked. People probably, I don't know. The only lie is when your mom calls you cute. Joke's on you. Mom doesn't call me at all. The only reason I'm not going to put him D tier is because I do feel like his power is somewhat like it's unique, right? Because you can put a trail and if someone steps on it, you can have the ability to just cage them, which frees up so much time because you don't have to pick up someone. Like it counters Sabos, like Sabo squad builds. It counters like bully like squad builds. Like, he's the ultimate counter to bully squads. And that's what I absolutely love about him. You don't have to worry about picking up. You don't have to worry about trying to make your way to a hook. You don't have to worry about some like fucking some Nia like sniffing your ass with breakout while you're trying to make it to the hook. And then someone just go and take the hook in front of your eyes. You don't have to worry about a flashlight, say background player, none of that. You cage them, they're across the map, you can get right back into chase. It's a beautiful fucking thing. Now, do you get like pop and pain res and things like that? No, but the trade-off I feel like is still worth. So that's why he's not D tier in my opinion. Like, just that alone, I feel like is really nice. Ooh, bro. Fredward, the Fred dog. Okay, now I may be a little biased in this scenario because I am a Freddy main. I will say that. I think Freddy's S tier. Okay, wait, hear me out. And this is not because I am on like an over 50 win streak with him currently. This is not because of that. Guys, I don't think you understand just how strong Freddy is. I find it crazy that people like it's even like a possibility to lose this Freddy right now. I've done perkless games, like short like little streaks. I've tried meme builds, like no builds, no add-ons, nothing. And I still easily 4K as this character against P100 Swifts. And there's footage of it for like people that don't believe me, bro. I got like tons of Freddy videos posted already of just me shitting on people with like just the most random builds and like nothing builds, no personal, nothing. Yes, okay, that is true. I do play him a lot, but it's not like Freddy has like any like different like techs or anything like that. Freddy is a straightforward for the most part like M1 killer. It's just his power is so OP now. Having the ability to hinder a survivor, I believe his hindered is around like 10 or 11% on base. And then you go ahead and throw on the green dress. No, not the green dress. My bad. Throw on the jump rope. You throw on the jump rope and it gives you like an extra, what, like 11 to 14%. Forgive me, I haven't played DBD in like a minute for some like random reason. Or Killer. I haven't played Killer in a minute. So you're able to hinder survivors for like over 20% and spam it, bro. And just spam it. It makes it so difficult for them to even make it to a pallet or window. And if they make it to a pallet or a window, since you've hindered them with your power, and as everyone knows, when you're hindered, you can't fast vault anything. It doesn't matter if you're in a fast vaultable position, you're going to at most medium vault. And you can medium vault and just swing as Freddy, and everyone knows Freddy is so long, bro. He's going to get that hit 9 out of 10 times. And also, like, dude, if someone is hurt and healing across the map, you could teleport on top of their forehead if they're asleep. That's so stupid. You could teleport to exit gates as Killer. You know how strong that is, bro? Having the ability to teleport to an exit gate? Bro, I bring the class photo, teleport to an exit gate, run no way out. The second they touch the gate, I teleport on top of their forehead. If I'm running no way, it's an instant down. Free. Nothing to worry about. Like, endgame Freddy is actually broken. It's a fucking problem. That's why, like, that's the build like I run for the win streak, because there's no beating it. There just isn't. You have to play so bad not to win as Freddy. Like, actually. I think he's S tier, man. And just like the ability to teleport to every single gen on the map, regardless if it's completed. That's why, like, batteries included is also, like, so fire on him. I'm glazing Freddy so much. I understand this. He's my main. It might be biased. Like I said, these are my opinions. Everyone's welcome to their own. But like, even to like the outside view, right? For people that don't really play Freddy, I feel like he has to be at least like A tier. Anyone not putting him in at least A tier just doesn't understand DBD and like doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. There's just like no way. He's actually so strong. Okay, moving on to Ghostface. Is it just me, or does it feel like Ghostface is kind of like faded, or like is currently fading out of existence? I feel like I rarely see Ghostfaces. Ghosty A tier? Dude, okay. Onion, I have a feeling you think like every killer is like A or S tier. No. You're trolling. No, you're trolling. I don't like DBD anymore. Hey, man, that's valid. That's so valid. I can't argue with that. I actually can't argue with that. You're going to hate me. 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 I think Ghostface is C tier. I kind of want to put him D tier. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ghostface is just, he's so map dependent. M1 killer. A lot of times when you're using this guy's power, yes, you can get the stock off, and yes, it will be exposed. But at the same time, like, it really just depends on what map you're on. If you're on a map with like a lot of windows, you're not getting that fucking down. Unless it's like the survivor misplays in every which way. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a bad overall looper, zones himself out, puts himself in a position to be like easily downed. Then most times when you're using your power, like, you're just not gonna get like full use out of it. I don't know, man. All right, guys, moving on. Clown. This is kind of a toughie, bro. This is kind of a toughie. Okay. I would say for clown, I dude, I think I gotta put him in D tier, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like. Okay, if there was like a C minus, right? If we were doing like C pluses, C minuses, and shit like that, I'd probably put him in like C minus or something like that. Dude, he just like there's nothing like about him. It's like a spam throw bottle simulator, bro. That's literally all you can do. Is there like crazy text with him? I don't really think so. Not that like I've seen, right? It's more of just okay, throw yellow bottle on a loop on your side and then throw purple bottle on their side and then use the haste to just go get a hit. And then you just rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat. Like, I don't know, man. It's such like a boring power. And after they nerfed like the bottle throw on him like a couple years ago, or was it like a year ago, something like that? His bottle throwing is like so ass. Like, I don't know, man. And look, that could be just me being absolutely cheeks with him. I totally agree. I don't ever play him primarily because he's just not fun. And he's like really weak, bro. His map pressure is non existent. You can chase one person and you have to hope and pray that they don't have a strong loop because even with bottles, you're probably not going to get that person down quickly. And you can't cover shit, man. I don't know. On small maps, I do think he's actually like pretty good. But on massive maps, bro, like he's over before he even gets like one or two hooks. Like the match is over before it's like one or two hooks. He really needs a rework, I think. I would love to see a clown rework. Billy, bro. Billy. This is tough. Okay. Fuck. Bro, I'm stuck between S and A for Billy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Such just like, oh my god, the mobility of this killer is probably one of the greatest in the game, if not the greatest in the game. At the same time, I feel like majority of hillbillies, and maybe it's just like hillbillies that like I play against, they're very like cheeks. And I've played a lot of hillbilly recently, and I'm getting like okay. Like it does take like a lot of like practice, but I feel like for the most part, you're just like missing, or like you're not missing, but you're just bumping into like so much like random shit. But like I know like the players that play this guy to the utmost like level, it's fucking unbeatable. It's so insane. Especially like these like low pro techs and or I don't even know if they still have like the low pro like tech and everything in here. Oh man, I think I'm gonna leave my ass. I think I'm gonna leave my ass. Just like based on like mobility alone, like you have that ability to like really hold map wide pressure, and if you get a 3 gen, like oh my god, like this is one of the killers in Dead by Daylight that even if you don't have a close 3 gen, you're still able to hold it for the most part. Especially like if you have like certain add-ons or things like that. You can get your chainsaw to go faster. There's overdrive now, which is so fucking stupid. You're able to just like plow through pallet after pallet, leaving survivors with little to no resources. And if you just run Bambi, like they have no window to vault, and they're kind of cooked a lot of times. So Billy's power, I feel like a lot of people just know it's easily an A or like an S tier. I don't know. Mikey, oh my god, bro, when are we getting a fucking Mikey rework, bro? Okay, Michael was easily D tier. They have destroyed my guy here, man. They've absolutely destroyed Mikey over the years. Primarily because like he's able to just, I don't know, kill people by hand and have infinite exposure on every single survivor in the lobby. Like, oh my god, like there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't, you know? I think for one, he has no map pressure. Two, almost every single Myers plays for tier 4 Myers or plays for infinite tier 3 Myers. And by the time they do this, they've already lost like 2 to 3 of their gens for the match. And then they get tier 3, and then people just loop, and then jump into a locker. They have to like pick them up and slug them. And if like, God forbid, like someone has Unbreakable or they have the boon perk that lets you get up off the ground. Expo, right? They have like Expo, you're cooked. That's like the only thing you can really do is like Myers just like likes to slug. Like, I don't know, man. Am I wrong for thinking Myers is D tier, guys? We're gonna leave Mikey in D tier. Bro really needs a rework. I mean, like, I don't even think we have to like even say anything else about this motherfucker. Like, Legion is so bad, bro. Oh, bro, this Legion is so bad. Oh, hell no. It's so bad. Pig. Ah, pig, man. Pig. Wow. Guys, call me crazy, but I think pig is C tier. Is that crazy? Wait, am I off my rocker? Wait, do you guys think I'm on drugs? I think pig is C tier, bro. I actually do. Now, right before you guys start blowing a fucking gasket and saying, wow, pig should easily be D tier. How are you going to put Michael below pig? You guys got to think about it, right? Getting a down as pig, you can put a trap on some like survivor's head and basically force them to die. They're going to be running around the map. And as they're running around the map, you can disengage depending on what add-ons you're running, right? You can run and like, what is it, the gears, the crate of gears or whatever, where it makes them take longer to take the trap off their head. You can literally leave the survivor, go get someone off a gen, possibly get another down easily, maybe, I don't know, and then go back to the survivor who's probably still trying to get his fucking trap off. Because now it takes like 2 to 3 traps to actually get the trap off. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is that a crazy take? Hell nah, what you took. Nah, Clown is least better than Pig. Pig has to be A or B. Pig is weaker than Clown, Legion, and Mikey. How is Pig the same tier as Pyramid Head? Bro, Pyramid Head is booty cheeks. What? You can argue like top A only use trash indoor nuts. Clown is better than Pig and Ghostface. You guys are mad. You guys are mad. Guys. Lock in, okay? Lock in. We're talking 2025 right now. I'm telling you guys right now. It's okay. It's like if you play Pig, you're guaranteed a 1 to 2K, man. You're guaranteed 1 to 2K. You're playing Clown, you're not guaranteed shit, man. Unless you're sitting on that hook, face fucking this guy's wiener, watching his dong flail in your face, man. Mikey, same thing, basically. Same fucking thing. Legion, bro, you're only getting damage states that game. Let's be realistic, man. You're not even probably getting a hook. But like Pig, you can force that kill. And then if you're running Rancor, you might be able to force another. And then like if you're running fucking like Noid, you might be able to get another. You know what I mean? And then Ghostface, I do like his add-on where you can stalk someone and then it blocks a gen. And then it's basically like an impromptu pop. Like I think that add-on is so fucking strong. And then like I said, like Pyramid Head can like counteract bully squads and things like that. So I don't, like, come on, man. Okay, look, I'm not gonna. Oh man, bro, I wish I had a fucking gavel, man. I need order in the court. You guys are crazy, man. Nah, you guys are crazy. Anyways, on Rio. I think she's B tier. Realistically, I think she's B tier. I'm not gonna lie. Like okay, and I've played probably like 5 matches of Onryo, so I may not be the perfect person to like tier list this, and I don't know if this is correct, but I do know she's fairly strong, but I'm not gonna say she's like too strong, because all they do is just fucking port around the map, but like charging up your condemned, but then like while in chase, they're kind of poo-poo, no? I don't know. Like in a normal chase, they're just bad. Like they're so easily loopable, bro. Like I'm smashing a pallet over that child's face, bro. I might even teabag the child. Okay, that might be taken out of context. Let's not clip that. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Like really great players that can like make that condemned state like happen very quickly. She's unbeatable. But that's like in the upper like what, like 1% of the player base. Let's be realistic. B tier, Onryo C. B, Onryo B is correct. All right, Onryo in the same tier as Unknown. Yeah, bro. Wait, what? They basically almost have the same power. Almost. Like port every time and they can't take a tape so you can't instant kill them. Yeah. Basically. Wesker. Oh my god, I could easily piss off half the people here right now. Oh, bro, just wait till I get to fucking Kaneki, man, or Rize. I had a picture of Kaneki. I was like, nah, fuck that, man. I'm going with Rize. Cuter. Wesker. Oh man, where do we begin, guys? Where do we begin here? Guys, look, I know you guys are certified glazers when it comes to Wesker, but let's be honest, Weskers are some of the easiest killers to loop in Dead by Daylight. Oh my god, I see a Wesker, I'm like, bet I'm surviving the match. Like, come on, man. There's no way. Oh, bro. Okay. Hear me out. Now, this is not just because I am absolutely dick with this character. We all have seen me play Wesker. We understand I am fucking terrible with this guy. But you have to understand that 90% of the players who play Wesker are so fucking ass, man. So fucking ass. This killer with hug techs, with all these other like crazy techs and shit, is easily like A, if not A plus. I get that. But you guys have to understand the 90% overall player base can barely fucking hit an Ouroboros slam. They just can't. Bro, I've looped Wesker. Guys, I've made. I can't tell you how many times I've ran a Wesker for 5 gens. It's so easy, man. So easy. Never let this guy do a tier list again. Okay. They are, but he has like the hardest power in the game. I agree. The skill ceiling for Wesker is so high, but when you reach that ceiling, oh my god, is he a fucking demon, man? Like when I watch Hex or like Crumbs and them play Wesker and they're hug teching shit that I didn't even know was possible and hitting people on like the complete opposite side of a loop with their power while like facing the complete opposite way, like they're a fucking roadrunner. Dude, I'm like, whoa, how's that even possible? I'm like, dude, that's so insane. That's so strong. And then I go into a normal game with a normal Wesker, and this, like, I'm making this guy vault a window more times than I would in a chase. Like, it's like easy bait of the power. Flick your fucking sticks or your mouse. Bro goes flying down the street. You make 10 years worth of distance. Send him an email or a fucking mail letter and tell him, hey, I'm still over here, my guy, if you would like to come back and get into this chase. That's literally how it is with the Wesker. He's B tier, bro. He's B tier. I don't care what people say. Wesker seems like a lower A, I think. Okay, well, look, lower A and B can be, you know, they're very close, very close. So I'm not too far off. Hits imposter with belt. What are you, my father? Wesker isn't all that scary except in 2v8. That is true. Bro, the 3 dashes is kind of crazy. Hold me tight. The 25 people who can hug that correctly make him seem much better than normal. Exactly. I agree. Deathslinger. Bro, I'm so like, I think I gotta put him C tier. I kind of want to put him, dude. Like, I don't know, man. Like, when it comes to Deathslinger, he's very weird, right? Because like his power, if used correctly, is so strong. But at the same time, he has like no fucking like presence on the map at all. Besides the person he is literally like forehead shooting at, and then like the constant having to like reload and DBD with its like small invisible wall when it comes to like an obstacle or something that a lot of time eats your fucking sling. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know. I think like the upper players of Deathslinger can easily make this killer a B tier, but I think for the majority of players and like players that I've seen, they just miss and miss and miss and miss and miss. So I think he's C tier, man. I think he's C tier. B, no map pressure, but chase is insane at times. Yet at times. Like you get a tall wall on this killer and he literally can't do anything. This killer is very map dependent. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Yes, he can shoot through like the tiniest of cracks, but guys, be honest. Like, unless you're like Zapples, like who else is actually doing that? Like a normal Deathslinger, bro. We're talking about the average Deathslinger. Who is trying to find the tiniest hole to shoot through, and who even knows you can shoot through a lot of these like tiny little slits, besides people who's practiced this killer for multiple hours, multiple days, etc., etc. Dracula. Fuck, man. Is it is it crazy that I'm actually contemplating between S and A right now for Dracula? I know a lot of like tier lists have Dracula as like an instant like S tier. But I also feel like majority of players play him so bad, but then even at that though, man, like people that play him bad still do really good, man. Oh my god. And the hitbox on the wolf is so crazy. And like the wolf mode itself is so crazy, man. You're able to get like constant haste. You're able to go into bat mode and like teleport to a window like fucking like 30, 60 meters away, whatever it is. Like the transversal of this character is so nuts, and like just the different powers and like the different things he has in his kit. I think I'm gonna go S for Dracula. That might be like an A, but fuck it, we're gonna go S. We're gonna go S. Imposter, I got a fish drowned. Wait, what? I think my fish drowned. Okay. This might be the biggest fall from grace, bro. I think Chucky is easily C tier. Like, I'm not gonna put him in D tier. Like, I'm not gonna put him along these killers that like really struggle a lot of times. Unless you know how to do like these insane 180 flicks with Chucky, like the scamper flicks. He's so fucking bad. His power 90% of the time glides off of survivors and like he flings past them, and like the power hit is so precise, man. If you're off by like an inch, you go flying past the survivor. Unless you literally dead hit the survivor with the point of the knife with the power, you don't get the hit. Chucky has a very high like skill ceiling. I feel like people that are really good with him can make him like easily jump from C tier to A tier, bro. Like when I watched like Aaron play Chucky in that tournament, bro, I was like, dude, I don't think like I've ever seen like Chucky look so strong since when he first came out. But now after like all these nerfs that he's had, like I don't know. I think he's C tier. I really do. His map pressure is non-existent, really. He does have a little bit of stealth, but like it's on a fucking short timer now. His power just feels like it takes so long to come back. It's so finicky, his fucking power. He does have third person, which is really cool. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Guys, am I wrong on putting Chucky C tier? I think Freddy's too high, but the expert on him. Oh, but you're the expert on him, so I'll shut my mouth. I talked about I glazed Freddy a little bit. I said I might be a little bit biased because I'm a Freddy main. For me, it's a 100,000% C tier. Okay, Chucky has the same problem as Slinger, which is why his kill rate is so low. No map pressure, but a really good anti-loop. That is true. That is true. Chucky is scary because he's hard to see and hear. That's what he has going for him too. A lot of times I'll die to a Chucky just primarily because I can't see the motherfucker. He's so low, and his red stain goes with his height. So like his red stain, like, I mean, look, now I know, granted, that's like, you know, for all killers, it's all like on the floor, but I feel like for Chucky, dude, it's like it's so much harder to see for some reason. I don't know. I can't be the only one. Oh, that coffee is good. Huntress, man. Dude, this is so tough. Nah, this is so tough. I want to put Huntress at like B plus. So B plus would technically be considered like an A. But like she doesn't have crazy map wide pressure. But at the same time, she does have kind of like easy, like ability to change the game whilst not even being near anyone. You know what I mean? Like there's like orbitals, there's like crazy like just like slit shots that you could hit and like cross map people if you have aura read, like and like having the ability to almost like if there's two survivors in front of you, if one's leaving, you can still flick, hit the survivor leaving, hit the survivor in front of you, and then flick back and still hit the other survivor while still standing in the same spot. Like it's kind of nuts. Like having that ability, like what other killer can do that? Stand in one place and like easily contest two survivors in one spot. Huntress is good old B, C plus. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go B. Fuck it. That one's very tough. If it's a very good Huntress that knows how to do like orbitals and things like that, I think it's easily an A tier. But for like, let's say like majority of players who like aren't as skilled, like probably a B tier. But like, I also feel like the average player can be fairly decent at Huntress very quickly. Like she's very like easy to like pick up. If Huntress is indoor map, then she's good. There's no Leon or Sable. Okay, dude. Oh, bro, everyone's coming for the Leon and Sable. Dude, I've been seeing that all over fucking like TikTok and Twitter. It's so funny. Hag. This is kind of tough. This might be kind of crazy. Oh man. Wow. I'm gonna make a decision here. You guys may think I'm so fucking stupid for this, but I think Hag is A tier. Hear me out. Now, I know no one really plays this killer anymore, but you guys have to think about the power that this killer actually has. The ability to teleport across a map, trap generators, trap exit gates, her add-ons, she has add-ons to like literally put up a fucking wall, basically, like if it's Fortnite, if you trigger her trap with this with the scarred hand. She has the ability to like hide the detection so that way you don't even know if you triggered the trap. Now, granted, okay, I will say this. If this was pre like old Hag, right? If this was old Hag in which you were able to get rid of her traps with just a flashlight, I would say easy B tier, maybe even C tier. But now that survivors have to actually like crouch and walk all the way up and then like try and get rid of the trap without you, I don't know, interrupting them or like spending so much time just to do it in general. I think she's A tier, man. I think she's A tier. And like people that are really good at Hag, like there's almost like nothing you can do. And I feel like a lot of people also just instinctively move around the map freely. And they move around the map freely and trigger her traps. And for people that like, dude, it changes the game. It changes the way the survivor actually has to play the game. And I fucking love that. I don't know. I think Hag is really fucking strong, man. Hag is obvious A. All right, now throw Pyramid Head in A already. Why would I do that? I still can't believe Pyramid Head is on the same tier as Chucky and Giga Nerf Chuck. Look, guys. Hag is Glass Cannon in DBD. That is true. That's so true. Like, if there's if you get a very coordinated team, Hag is, bro, she's fucking D tier. But, like, she is a fucking pub stomper, bro. An insane pub stomper. You could be literal cheeks with Hag and still win. Put a trap on one side of the loop, run to the other side of the loop. If the person wants to run on the loop, they have to trigger your trap. Free hit, no matter what. It's like, the only counterplay is to just flee. But then, like, she can hold 10 fucking traps down, man. That's like 10 loops you have to get away, man. Unless you have smart teammates, like I said, who, like, you're in the middle of a chase, almost like playing against a trapper, right? You have teammates that are following you that can, like, remove the traps while you're running away or things like that. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're going against a team that is constantly like that, then she's gonna pub stomp. We can all agree on the pub stomp because noobs get so slugged by her. That's true. Okay. I mean, we don't even have to talk about that one, right, guys? Like, we actually don't have to talk about that one. Like, literally at all. Nurse defies the laws of gravity. She breaks every single thing this game holds dear. And she does it easily, man. Yeah, like that just, like, I don't even have to say anything. Like, if you don't know Nurse is S tier, you probably should be playing Fortnite. Singularity. I want to say, oh, man. I want to say Singularity is like A+. If I had an A+, I'd probably put him A+. And I know what you're thinking. He should just be S tier then. But I also feel like Singularity has a, for the most part, like, high skill ceiling. For the most part, players aren't going to know, or like, majority of players aren't going to know how to play this killer to his utmost potential. And the people that do know how to play him to his utmost potential can literally lock the game down for however long they want. God forbid you give this killer a 3-gen, you've just lost a match. Like, you might as well DC, because you're not going to be able to complete that gen for, like, at least 45 minutes. Let's be honest. But I can easily see this killer, like the upper echelon of players of Singularity, like P100 and things like that, easily playing this killer as an S tier type killer. Because to play against a Singularity, I don't think you guys realize how much coordination as a team you need. Singularity is another definition of a fucking pub stomper, bro. But in comp, I feel like they have a lot more coordination. Obviously, they have comms. It's very easy to, like, say, like, okay, well, I'm going to grab the EMP. I'm going to go EMP these cameras. I'm going to go be on this gen. Okay, killer's over here. Killer's on cams right here. Because a lot of times, killer will be on camera. He has no terror radius, and you fucking walk up right next to him. Right? It's almost like the twins in a way. Like, and a lot of people just don't know how to play against Singularity, I feel like. I don't know. Singu B or A? Blight looks like a pussycat next to Nurse. Okay, dude. Singularity's high A tier? Okay. See, look, valid takes only, boys. Can I get some snapperoonies? Wow. Like in a fucking jazz club. Can I just, like, throw her off the fucking page, bro? If there was an F tier on here right now, Skull Merchant would be in it, bro. Like, she's so bad. She's so bad. Like, talk about, like the greatest excuse for, like, an infinity kill switch on a character. You know what I mean? Like, just, like, get her out the game, bro. Like, what's she doing here, man? Oh my god, she's so bad. We're not even gonna talk about her anymore. Wow, she don't get that much screen time. Pinhead, bro. Pinhead. I think Pinhead's B tier, man. I actually do. But this can be argued, right? And really great players can easily make him A tier. I just feel like majority of players that play him try using his chain so much, and they cannot land a single fucking chain, man. They just can't. And also, they don't know, like, dude, and I don't, like, understand. Oh, man. I don't get it, right? Because I'm not a great Pinhead player. But I've seen players that, like, play Pinhead. Dude, and, like, somehow, some way, they always know where their cube is. and they like almost have that cube constantly like in their hands, forcing the survivors to not be able to do anything. On top of that, they're so efficient with their chains, man. They don't spam it. Everyone is like so like precise. But then like, you look at like majority of players and they easily hit every single wall and like ant pile on the ground. It's so terrible. And they will never find their cube. You can literally run them with the cube and it's still gonna be free. Like I don't know. High skill ceiling, higher tier players, easily an A. Majority, publics, a B. Easy. Easy? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Oh man. This is tough. Nah, this is actually tough. Right now, this killer has had a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs. But bugs aside, and you guys may call me crazy for this, but I honestly, I think Twins is A tier. People that are really good with this character, dude, you literally can't do anything. This is kind of crazy, right? Because you rarely see Twins, and majority of them, I will say, are fairly decent, man. Like, I actually feel pressure in my matches when going against... Bro, she is one of the only killers in Dead by Daylight that has the ability to literally be in 2 places at once. You can sit your ass on a gen, bro, and then pop Victor and go check a gen across the map and still, like, do a health state, get a knock if someone's injured, put the baby on someone, and make it to where they're... Dude, you can literally put your baby on someone and take them out the game. If they want to keep your power hostage, you're literally taking... You just made it to where it's a 3v1. You can't heal, I believe. You can't do gens. You can barely fucking vault. There's no opening chests. There's no healing teammates. There's no doing nothing. You're literally out of the game until you decide to take the power off. But it's like a risk/reward, right? Because, yeah, you're keeping the killer's power, keeping her from using it against your teammates in chase, but at the same time, you're out of the game. So if you have your baby on someone and then chase someone, half the lobby is occupied. That means only 2 survivors can be on either 1 gen or 2 gens, which means you're getting so much like value out of this character. She's so fucking strong. And like, you can use the baby as a UAV, bro. Like, people don't even know that. You go place Victor by a gen, any survivor that walks near the gen, you get killer instinct. I believe it's like, what, like 8 meters, 10 meters, something like stupid shit like that. And you know to go check that gen. It's so crazy, man. This killer is so strong, but no one plays her because she's so like fucking boring to play, I feel like. I don't know. Twins is such high A? They are crazy? You're trolling? No, I'm not trolling. Twins get played in comps, so does that mean anything? You get a baby with no child support involved. Okay, dude. I really love Trickster, man. I really love Trickster. Trickster was one of like my first mains. But I will say, after they nerfed the speed in which he can throw his knives and like the consistency in which he threw his knives, he's just kind of never been the same. And he has like no map pressure. But like at the same time, in chase, he's a fucking demon, man. I think I'm gonna put him in C. Only because he has the ability, like, unlike these killers, he has the ability to instantly end a chase. Even if, dude, like, you could be in a chase with, like, on the game, right? How they have all those shelves. Everyone knows as Trickster, you could throw through those shelves and hit the survivor. That's so fucking crazy. Any other killer in the game, you can't do that. Okay, maybe Deathlinger, but you gotta be cracked out of your fucking mind. But with Trickster, it's so easy. You can't do it as Hunters. You can't do it as any M1 killer. Only with this killer. That is so fucking strong. But then again, you find a tall wall, and this killer is basically the equivalent of like a napkin, man. Like, there's nothing you can do with it besides like just cry and wipe your tears. Xeno's kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like every Xeno I play against is so shit. So shit. Like, so readable. Hardly ever uses their tunnels. And a lot of time when I'm gonna go based off of my experiences in game going against this killer as like a survivor and playing as this killer, I think he's C tier, man. I actually think he's C tier because like unless you're like really insane at this killer, he's so fucking bad. Majority of people don't know how to utilize his tunnel. Majority of people don't realize like how far his like tail can actually hit. Majority of people don't realize like what his tail can hit over. Like unless you're like Mr. Headache, like Mr. Headache easily make this killer like seem kind of like A, like if not B plus. But every like Xeno I've played against, fucking at most gets a 1K, and it's typically it's by camping, or they might get like a 3K if like people just play for like altruism and die, you know, end game. But I don't think I've ever seen or been in a game against a Xeno where he 4K. That's my personal experience. And like, first of all, they're kind of rare to see nowadays because like they just kind of get shit on. I don't know. It's like tail's too easy to dodge, man. Artist. Is it crazy that I want to put Artist in A tier? Now, hear me out. She has a very like crazy power in which you can easily use your birds to check gens that are across a map, and 90% of players do not know how to play against this killer or are too like impatient and scared. You know what I mean? I play against this killer, and every time I play against this killer, it is always a challenge, bro. I don't think I've played a game against an artist where it's always a challenge, because everyone has that same like chase, right? You get to a loop, you drop the pallet after a while, she places a bird on the pallet. Now you have to run around that loop with her chasing you, and if you run and jump the pallet, you take a damage state or get downed. If you don't, you take a damage state or get downed. It's kind of like you have to like, I don't know, man. You have to like flee, take the hit, go somewhere else, or like you just have to like take, I don't know, try and bait out the hit. And a lot of times it's so fucking difficult to do. Maybe I'm just ass at survivor. Maybe like I don't know, better players can do it better than me, but like I don't know, man. Like my personal experience, this motherfucker is hard to loop. And people that play her, bro, like Karn, oh my god, bro, she's fucking insane at this killer. Imposter, I gotta go and bury my drowned fish. All right. It's not crazy. I think she's A as well. Okay. Okay. See, guys, my takes are so valid. My takes are so valid. 2025, nothing but valid takes around here. Okay. 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 Hear me out. 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 Now, I know every single one of you guys loves spamming the same shock button 75,000 times in one match to get one hit. But I just feel like unless you're playing Doctor with like a full hex build, distressing anti-heal build, like some random bullshit build to like abuse, like some meta build, then you don't even have a chance of getting a 3K, man. Majority of doctors struggle to get like 1Ks, and that's with them end game sitting and like face fucking a survivor. He does have like good, like, I don't know. I really do think like I like the static blast of his power. The ability to like shock and find where multiple survivors are in a wide radius. So cool. But like, dude, he's probably one of the most boring killers you could play in Dead by Daylight. Just spam, 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 spam. And like, dude, just hearing the spam is like, oh my God, dude, like headache inducing, man. It's just like, I'm like, bro, please, man, stop. And then playing against doctors, I feel like it's super fucking easy, man. Like they're gonna spam power. All you gotta do is dodge one power, flick back to the pallet, pallet stun them, do it at the next pallet for like another, like, I don't know, 80 shocks, all while your teammates are just gen rushing, and you're good. Doctor is pretty bull cocky, but can he get a C, I think? Can't argue that much with you. Yeah, I mean, dude, on this one, it's like people are either going to think he's D tier or C tier. Either way you cut it, he's very fucking weak. Knight. I think Knight is B tier. Now, okay. I feel like a lot of people, or like a lot of tier lists I've seen, have put Knight at like C tier, but I really do think he's not like too strong, but he's not like too weak either. Especially like with his like newer updates, he's not as strong. But I do like you can't no longer spam Knights anymore. We all know that. But I also feel like he has like a low like skill ceiling / high in a way. He's a very weird character, man. Like if you understand what each and every knight does and the powers they possess, i.e. one longer chase, or one's like better for chase, one's better for just taking out pallets. I don't know. I feel like he's middle ground. He's middle ground. Not too strong, not too weak. I don't really know what to say about Knight, to be honest. Nemi, man. I think Nemi C tier. I actually think Nemi C tier. He could be argued for B tier. He really could. But you guys have to understand, Nemi has his whip. By the way, Nemi is also one of the easiest killers to loop in Dead by Daylight. Next to Wesker. It's kind of funny, right? Both the Resident Evil killers are so easy to loop. It's just like all you have is his whip. Now, for the like first half of the game, you really can't do shit until you get to like tier 3 with your whip. It's borderline useless. And by the way, your whip is so easy to dodge as a survivor. It's crazy. Unless you're drag teching, which, let's be honest, guys, let's be real with each other, not a lot of Nemis do. They just try and like run face forward towards you, wait for you to drop a pallet, and expect for you to drop that pallet. That way they can get a free hit with the whip and then tear up. And let's not even talk about his zombies, which, by the way, work 10% of the time, bro. You have a better chance of going to Vegas, betting it all on black and fucking mortgaging your house, or like betting your house and trying to win, than getting the zombies to actually do something for you. It is a super rare chance that they will help you. If they do, cool. B tier, kind of strong. But without their help, easy C tier. Easy fucking C tier. Easily, and there's no, he doesn't have map wide pressure because the zombies are so thick. They just get blinded and stand there in a daze, or like they just get murdered by a pallet, or you throw a pebble. I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you have diversion, you could throw a pebble and the fucking zombie will run to the pebble. It's so stupid, man. I don't like it, dude. Oh my God. Zombies are so fucking bad. He's stronger than Huntress, I think, since he has no maps that cuck him, unlike her. That is true. That is true. But at the same time, he is an M1 killer. There's nothing you could, like, with Huntress, you can chase 2 people at once, essentially, because of, like, her distance with her power. With Nemi, you kind of struggle just chasing one survivor. Now, like, don't get me wrong. If you're a really good fucking Nemi, right? Like, we're talking top of the top of the top. I can easily see Nemi being, like, I don't know, like B+. I really can. But he is, for the most part, an M1 killer. M1 killer, are you playing him wrong? No, bro, okay. Yes, you can use your whip for everything. Cool. But at the same time, if you were playing Nemi and only using his whip against good survivors, the chances of you hitting the whip or like the tentacle is gonna be so low. Now, against pubs, right? If you're pub stomping, majority of people don't know to go and crouch behind a pallet to let the pallet take the damage. They don't know to just like flick your mouse to dodge the tentacle. And like I said, like not a lot of Nemis in pubs know to drag tech. So they're just gonna go like with a straight fucking tentacle. Okay, look, if we're talking like, so like when they can't hit the tentacle, what do? They stop trying to use the tentacle and then they just M1 you because they know they can't hit you with the tentacle. Bro, it happens all the time. I can show you, like, I don't even know how many recordings I have of just looping Nemis that keep trying to use their tentacle and can't do it, so they give up and just go and punch me, bro. So many recordings. Actually, it's so crazy. Every time I get a Nemi, I swear to God, I get a hard on. Because I know it's about to be the easiest lobby of my day. it's so easy to loop that killer. Like, bro, Stevie Wonder can loop that killer. I swear. Okay, okay. I want to put. Oh man, part of me kind of wants to put like Wraith at like B tier, but I'm gonna put him C tier. Okay. Dude, race mobility is fucking nuts, man. But at the same time, the uncloak time and like the cloak speeds, the fact that you need add-ons to basically make it even bearable is so fucking annoying. I think if they gave Wraith a buff, all they would need to do is tweak the percentages of which he cloaks and then, like, you know, obviously decloaks. And he will be so much stronger. But the fact I have to waste my add-ons every single time I play this killer on just those two things, and I can't even like use anything else, because if you use anything else, like, you're just putting yourself at such like a disadvantage. It's so annoying. If they gave him like that small buff, I can easily see him being B tier, just because like mobility like alone is insane. And just like the stealthiness of the character, like a lot, like having the ability to like pop up on survivors, it's kind of crazy, man. Guys, when it comes to Dead by Daylight and when it comes to Dead by Daylight killers, no one person is gonna have the same thoughts and or takes that you do. And I feel like every DBD player knows that, right? No one is gonna be like, oh, well, I think this killer's this. And then like another person will be like, yeah, I think this killer's also this. Like, dude, it's so fucking rare. My tier list is not going to look like anyone else's, primarily because just everyone believes different things, you know what I mean? And everyone forms their opinions based off of like experiences, or like either that or just straight statistics. Everybody agrees on Nurse. Yeah. Everyone agrees on Nurse and like Blight, basically. Nurse and Blight will like forever stay at like S tier, and no one can really take that from them. Like they bro, like they have a golden buzzer or golden fucking American Idol ticket. Like, I don't know. 7 p.m. is not night, whatever, but bro, 7 p.m. is nighttime. Bro, 7 p.m. like I'm in my tidy whities curling up with my Build-A-Bear. Trapper. Okay, wait. Trapper main shit aside. The euphoric feeling of playing Trapper, I think he's C tier. In my mind, I think Trapper is B tier in a way. On certain maps, he's B tier. But at the same time, Trapper is so map dependent that he has to be C tier. He's not going to have map-wide pressure, but I feel like he is probably one of the only killers in the game that can easily be at one generator with no hooks, not even a down, yet find a way to 4K in a matter of like under 1 minute. Games change so, like, the tides of a game with Trapper change so quickly. Guys, you've seen me play Trapper time and time again, and I have like one hook at 2 or 1 gen, and I still 4K, and they're never able to do that last gen. His strength lies within a 3 gen, and he is able to hold it so like easily. I feel like, I don't know. At least a good Trapper. I will say that an experienced Trapper, he's at his best at 1 or 2 gens. Because then you don't have to worry about going around the map. I mean, also, like, a good Trapper doesn't even worry about a lot of the gens. They just like play for endgame. That's basically what you have to do. I don't know. I think he's C tier. A great Trapper, probably a B tier. Vecna. Guys, Vecna's kind of hard, no? Okay, fine. Look, I did say I wasn't going to be like influenced in my decisions today, but at the same time, I was already like teetering in a way. Like, looking at everything, right? I'm like, okay, Hag, crazy map-wide pressure. Singularity, map-wide pressure. What the fuck? Twins, map-wide pressure. Artist, basically map-wide pressure, unloopable in a loop. Easy, quick downs. And then you kind of look at Vecna, and it's like, crouch your power's on cooldown for like 30 seconds. Vecna, someone has some mobility, but not like these killers. And then, like, I don't know, the one thing that pisses me off about Vecna is, as a survivor, you can get like the hand of Vecna and get into a chase with Vecna, have like a 2-minute chase, break multiple pallets, waste all the killer's time, hop into a locker, and be across the map, and the killer just wasted all of his time. That shit is so annoying, man. Like the fact that's even like a thing, and it happens so much. Yeah, like I guess he's B. I gotta put Bubba at C tier, man. Okay. Look, I know a lot of people think Bubba is D tier, but like, come on, man. Just like off aura alone, man. Like, you gotta put Bubba at C tier. Like, let's be honest. The ability, like, okay, look, like, are you 4K'ing matches on the regular? Probably not, unless like it's so hard to judge a Bubba match, right? Because majority of people are like simps, bro. They walk up to Bubba and try to, like, I don't know, poke his belly button, and then like or like your Bubba's just sitting in the basement, like stroking it, man. Like, I don't know. How do you actually judge this killer? It's rare that you see a match where there's a Bubba, I don't know, actually trying to play a normal match instead of downing one survivor and then just camping them until they die by running like Monstrous Shrine or something. Am I correct? Or no? Because I feel like it's dude, I can't even tell you the last match I saw a Bubba play normally. Like, and what I mean by normal is like, i.e., get it down, get a hook, and walk away. Crazy. You know what I mean? So rare. Trapper is same tier as PP Head? Is he? You're right. You're so right, man. Nah, you're so right. You're so right. Thank you for that. Okay, Oni. This is kind of tough, right? I think Oni is probably like one of the killers, and like, okay, one of the only killers in this tier list that can easily be like an A, can easily be a B, or can easily be a C, depending on the player, depending on the players you're playing against, and depending on the map. I'm not gonna say he's like map dependent, but I will say when you're on an inside map, like let's say for instance, like Larry's. If you're on Larry's as Oni, you're probably gonna struggle like using your power because it's gonna get eaten by so many like walls that it's just gonna like auto aim you. That you're probably not gonna get too much use out of your power. Ah, man. It's like, and that's even if you can get your power, right? If you're playing against really good survivors, it's gonna be hard for you to get your power. But when you do get your powers, you're kind of in like flow state, no? Kind of has map-wide pressure. I mean, only in power. Okay. I gotta put him A because honestly, like, I can't have Oni on the same level as fucking Trapper. I just can't, man. I just can't, man. I actually just can't. I gotta put him A tier. Plague. I think C tier for Plague. I feel like that's fairly easy for me. I'm not gonna like read too much into it. Majority of Plague players, you know, as fun as like this anorexic spam throw up on me type gameplay is, I feel like even with the entire lobby injured, this killer struggles to get 4Ks, which is kind of weird. Like when she has power, she's like, I don't know, bro. She's so strong because like everyone's already hurt. And I feel like also a lot of players do not know how to play against this killer. You'll be in a match. Everyone knows when playing against a Plague, you never cleanse until the end of the game. Unless you have 3 survivors down, you're the last survivor up, and you need to be healthy. Then you go sneak and grab a cleanse. And when you do grab a cleanse, you grab a cleanse somewhere where a generator is completed. That way they have to run across the map, leave the generators, and go grab the power away from everyone else, right? People gotta play smart. Yeah, people don't do that when playing against a Plague. Like 90% of Plague wins shouldn't be a Plague win. Let's just be honest, bro. People do not know how to play against this killer. I don't understand it. She's been out for fucking years, man. it's so like it baffles me when I play against a plague and someone gets tapped with one drop of vomit and they immediately go cleanse. And the entire match, I'm getting like like corrupt vomited on and just insta killed. It's so stupid. This killer is C tier, but in pub matches, again, like in solo queue, I can see her being B tier. Like I said, because there's no one knows how to play against her. But against a coordinated team that knows what they're doing, bro, I think she's D tier. Honestly, God forbid, like the team is running Unbreakables. There's an Expo, or dude, if someone's running No Mither, oh my god, I feel like a lot of times like Plague's just slug. I don't know. Plague isn't that bad though. PB hit is fine there, and Nemi. Pubs make her seem better, and but she ain't that terrible. Yeah, look, she's like, I'm not saying she's absolute dog meat, right? She's not Skull Merchant, all right, guys. But like, I don't know. I just feel like she shouldn't be that strong, or like she isn't that strong. Dredge. Now, before Misha goes and throws a fit, right? Before Misha goes and throws a fit, I think I think he's B tier. I think he's B tier. Having the ability to teleport like repeatedly across the map. Okay, the only way people should be playing Dredge is very hit and run. If you were not playing Dredge hit and run, you are playing him so wrong, and you're gonna lose 99% of your matches. Play him like Sloppy Butcher, things like that, hit and run, anti-heal builds, whatever you like might need. Dude, like the ability to get a down, get a knock, and then hook someone, and then like teleport across the map to a gen that's being almost completed, use your pop, and then teleport back across the map back to the hook to like stop. Dude, like it's so insane. It's almost on par with Unknown. You know what I mean? And then like the anti-loop capability, having the ability to like place a remnant on one side of the palette and then teleport to it while chasing the survivor all the way around the palette. You know what I mean? All right, Spirit. Okay. Let's talk about it for a second, guys. If there was a B plus, I think I would put Spirit in like B plus, which should be A tier. But at the same time, like it's very tough to say A tier when majority of the spirits I go up against or see, they're so bad. They overphase, they miss you, they lose all their 50-50s, they don't pay attention to like the little details like grass moving. And against survivors that actually know what they're doing, they struggle so much. But at the same time, I will say, I know a lot of survivors don't necessarily know how to play against her as well. So I feel like there's almost like some middle ground of like, okay, survivors are bad at playing against her, but then a lot of spirits are not crazy good. Because I honestly like, she doesn't have like a crazy amount of like techs or anything like that. Like there's like that one like Aaron tech, right? Where like the going into the basement thing. And then there's just like the higher echelon of players that notice every single detail and can listen in and even hear the breathing of survivors and can get like a precise pinpoint hit on survivors like so like easily and consistently. But I feel like majority of spirits don't do that. They miss and they miss and they miss and they miss, and then like they get ran and then they get ran and then they get mad, so they just teabag you and just like they have the ability to like tunnel so easily. And I mean, I guess that's what makes her like a little bit strong, right? But I don't know. Spirit A, usually she hasn't played all that crazy, but in comp, she stomps. Yeah. In comp, it's totally different. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh man. In comp, I can see her playing so good, but like I'm talking about like the majority of players, right? Like in comp, that's like that 1% of players that have like, I don't know, like 10K hours and like, I don't know, at least 1,000 hours on like the character herself and can just play at an extremely high level. But every other person is playing her so mediocre that I think it's B tier. And like I can't put her C tier because she's like levels stronger than these guys. Like her mobility alone puts her in like an upper echelon of killers. But I don't know. I don't know. That one's very tough. That's actually a very tough call for me. And then Kaneki, I mean that's easy, right? Like we don't even gotta talk about that one. All right. I think we did it. I think we did. Oh, bro. Oh, bro. Okay. We can talk about it for like 1 second. All right. I'm gonna say my opinion and my thoughts on Kaneki. All right, for a lot of you. Now, I always say this, but like if this does turn out to be like a YouTube video and people start to question why I put Kaneki in C tier or Rize just because she looks a little bit cuter. Okay. Now, there's so much controversy circling this killer as of lately. They range from this killer being an easy S tier, undeniable S tier, being an A tier, and then being like B or C tier. There's no one knows. And it's like everyone has different thoughts and opinions, primarily based on just what they've seen and what they've heard about what this killer can do. You know what I mean? Personally, and this is my personal opinion, I find it so easy to loop Kanekis. Now, this does depend on maps, right? On a map like Coldwind, this killer is unstoppable. Fucking stratosphere S tier, right? But on a map like Larry's, or I don't know, any map that has windows or like something to run around, easily goes into like B or C tier. You know, actually, I'm gonna put Kaneki in B tier. And I'm gonna say this because recently I like learned about his slingshot tech and like the space Kaneki thing was like also really cool. And I think if players learn that slingshot tech, this killer's fucking insane. You're able to like cut so much distance and like use your Kagune leap to make it like across the map in certain instances. So I'll put her at B tier. But I find this killer to be one of the easiest killers to loop in Dead by Daylight. I just feel like a lot of people just don't play against Kaneki right. They insta-drop pallets. They're afraid to greed. They get grabbed by the Kagune leap. They freeze up. They get scared. They don't know what to do. Like, I don't think people realize when you're in a chase with Kaneki, if you're at a loop, you are like, you couldn't be safer from his power. His power is so useless. Even if he vaults the pallet 9 times out of 10, you're still able to make it around the loop and revault. It's all about just mind gaming. It really comes down to how good of a looper you are. I want to say 9 times out of 10, my games, I loop a Kaneki for around 3 gens, 4 gens. And then if I do lose against a Kaneki, it's just because my teammates aren't doing anything. But that's just the solo queue experience, right? You get teammates that just fuck around and will, like, I don't know, go and try and get all 5 totems out of the match or open all the chests while you're running this killer. And then they'll get into a chase and last, like, the same amount of time you last in bed, like 10 seconds. That's just how it is. But it's like everything ebbs and flows, I feel like. I don't know. I think the killer is extremely balanced, in my opinion. I don't think they need any more nerfs. They just received all those nerfs. And honestly, like, I feel like he plays majority of the way, like, majority is still the same. A lot of people think he needs buffs. I can see that. A lot of people think he needs even more nerfs. At the same time, it's like, bro, like, what more do you want? Just, like, learn how to loop. He's able to cut off loops. Yes, like, you just never want to be cut out against this killer. Like, or, like, caught out against this killer. But at the same time, like I said in the beginning of this tier list, is this a killer I can see consistently getting 4Ks without add-ons? Or no, not without add-ons, without a build or a meta build to complement them and to make them stronger? I don't think so. Yeah, man. I mean, like, you guys let me know what you think about my tier list and if you think it's, like, actually valid or not.
He's yapping in the fog, never lost for words. Looping like a legend, though it's all a blur. Content so crisp even when he's late. Imposter games, chaotic